across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Saquon Barkley dances by him and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop his shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turned him loose.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Off of play action, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamin Davis came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the ball's arriving and there's a...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. 1st drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run with Gibson. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They're indeed going. Here's Heineke, escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Throwing. Heineke. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. On second down, a run with Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Darnold. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Darnold from the red zone now. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Darnold, quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Flush to his right. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Room to run past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Now Heineke. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Flushed out right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Darnold now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
To throw is Heineke, escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Heineke, they'll set up the screen for Gibson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right at them and right up the middle.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Heineke, the quick slant, caught, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Throwing deep for Galladay. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Heineke. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle, and that is incomplete. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Patterson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Here's Heineke. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20. Right?
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Heineke's throw complete there to St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Leonard Williams. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now it's Darnold. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Barkley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Darnold finds his tight end Ingram. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 70 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Heineke. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Touchdown, Washington. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Dancing to his left. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Nate Orchard drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold, escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hard.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown there to make the grab. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big play there on the screen pass. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Heineke. Flush to his right. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So